It's been a while. Welcome to Timmy Talks for 30 minutes. Before we get into it, I'd like for you to click the subscribe button and click on the alerts so you'll know when there's a new episode for you to watch. Please forgive me, I am trying to get my act together with a home studio. I recently acquired this microphone, so this is the second time that I'm using it for this purpose. It is early. JC is still asleep. I am up because I usually rise early, around 6:30, and I thought that I would get some of my thoughts down in a chat with you. So good morning, and welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, as I said, please do. You can also catch here the TikToker stream every Tuesday and Friday, 4 p.m. Pacific Time and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Okay, now that I've gotten all that out of the way, I would really like to talk about 45 and his shenanigans of yesterday. I can't even get my mind right. First of all, when they showed me the crowds funneling into the South Lawn, I noticed the hats and the t-shirts. And then I said, what fresh kind of hell is this? This man is, just rotten from the inside out with Rona. And he, being the small little man that he is, needs to show somebody that he is still breathing. Okay, we'll get into that a little later, but in detail. But let's just talk about the crowd. So I said to myself, who in the hell is going to show up at the White House on such short notice, knowing this man in the White House is a coronavirus hotspot in Washington, D.C.? Mitch McConnell himself said he wouldn't step foot in the White House because they don't wear masks. So my next logical person would be, Candace Owens. And boy, she doesn't disappoint. Now, I've called her out of her name every kind of way I could possibly, and then I've decided that name calling her won't do any good. This woman calls herself a conservative activist, a black conservative activist. First of all, you guys, those three words don't even go together. I don't know what kind of fresh coonery Candace Owens is up to, but it was revealed to be paying for, in fact, housing useful black idiots for Trump as a prop so he can spray his droplets all over the South Lawn. Now, sure, the event's outside, or was outside, and sure, he was up high on the portico, several feet away, but it's the message it sends. This man won't tell us when he tested last negative for coronavirus. They will tell us all the good news about this virus he's caught, but they won't tell us his last negative test. Now, I've had theories. I've mentioned them on social media, and if you follow me on TikTok, most of them have gotten taken down because it's a conspiracy theory. And I don't know if it's the war that Trump has with TikTok, but anything remotely controversial relating to Trump and him being positive and him being sick on TikTok for 60 seconds gets removed. At least my videos do. Do they tell the truth? Sure. Do they have my sass on them? Sure. Do they deserve to be removed? No, because I'm reporting directly from what the news is reporting to me. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I'm not going to whine and complain about a video when I can just cut it, redo it, and put it back up, which I've done. I've managed to get my point across. But anyway, I say all that to say this. This man need to be laying down somewhere. He is on drugs that most people can't even get because he's the president. At the cost of several hundreds of thousands of dollars, I'm sure, to fly him to Walter Reed, to bring all of the hospital to the White House because he wanted to check out, because technically he should still be there, even if he's just resting. I'm just going to look into the camera and I'm just going to say this because he'll never watch this. And if he does, well, welcome. But Donald Trump, you are losing. You're losing. All your little publicity stunts aren't working on intelligent people. You have a band of useful idiots following you. In fact, I read a study that they are 5% stupider than your average stupid person. Any person that needs to be told over and over again at your rallies that they are better than the average poor black and brown person, they are right for the picking for you. And that's what you got. The people that follow you are racists and morons. Congratulations, because we don't want them. You can certainly have them. And Donald Trump, they are not enough for you to win election. So you can have them. And when this is over and you lose and you go back to whatever Trump bridge you crawled from under, you can take them with you. Now, we all know these kinds of people you wouldn't even allow in your properties. We've been trying to tell them that, but they don't seem to care. Because you have convinced these morons that you are just like them. In so many ways you kind of are. You just got a little bit more money. Oh, but you're a racist moron as well. You just got a little bit of money. So there's that. So DT, that's who I'm talking to, directly to you. Now you can heed these words of wisdom or revelations if you'd like. I know you're going to ignore me, and because you're just like you ignore everyone else, or fire everyone that tries to talk reason to you. You can't fire me, bruh. Okay? Because there's millions out there like me, who think that you, sir, are a piece of shit. Okay. Now that I've gotten that off my chest, I wanted to speak directly to Donald Trump. I mean, you never know. He likes media of all kinds. You never know. This video may cross his path, or since there's so many people out sick with coronavirus, maybe they'll see it and go, Mr. President, Lord Timotheus thinks that you're a piece of shit. Anyway, I digress. I was happy to learn that my older brother watches my podcasts and my video vlogs, so I'd like to send this shout out to him. Hey, Paul. Hey, bruh. Thanks for listening. I'm glad I can entertain you. Okay, I'm back. Candace Owens. Ladies, black women, my beautiful black queens, that is the example you do not want to be. I don't know what's going on in this woman's mind. I don't know what made her this way. We know she didn't used to be this way, obviously. But somebody flipped a switch in her mind, and she's white from the inside out. And that's fine. It's okay. Let me just backtrack a little bit. It is okay to be conservative. It is. It is fine. But what it's not okay to be is using conservatism to put down your own race. You can disagree with politics of the Democrats, and you can also disagree to why black people gravitate to the Democratic Party and what the Democratic Party isn't doing for black people, but that's for black people individually to assess. You can't do it for them, Candace Owens. And that's what you're trying to do. Somehow, somewhere, somebody done did something to you, and you've decided to change fundamentally who you are from the inside out. And that is fine. That's fine. But like I said, what isn't fine is you doing it at the expense of putting down your own race. Because you, ma'am, look like a fool. And you're continuing to look like a fool. And you buzz in like-minded fools to the South Lawn of the White House yesterday to look, it looked staged. It didn't even look real. What you thought you were accomplishing for Donald Trump, you only made worse in the public's eyes. Anybody looking at that first gonna say, well, damn, why don't all of y'all have on a mask? The man has got Rona. But I said, Tim, these people buy into the fact that a mask is an infringement on their freedom. So that takes me back further to these kinds of people don't care about nobody but themselves, no matter what color they are. Because if you're not wearing a mask at this point, you are a selfish asshole. Yeah, I said it. Do I need to repeat it? Okay, sure I will. You are a selfish asshole. Because a mask protects your fellow person around you. And you. That's the whole purpose. That's the whole idea. Remember, there isn't a vaccine yet. Oh, they're working on 13 trials or 13 versions of a vaccine. And some are further along in human trials, and some aren't. But we don't have access to that. Now, Donald Trump is telling people to stand back and stand by and don't let the coronavirus run your life. Well, average Americans, we don't have that option. The only option we got is 6 feet and a mask and possibly staying home. Sir. You can't even say, look at what I'm doing and listen to what I'm saying with this guy. Because it changes. Do you get a stimulus? Do you don't get a stimulus? Do I want you to have a stimulus? No, you don't need a stimulus. You can't blame the drugs. You can blame the drugs for, what's the word I'm looking for? Making his decisions more erratic. Nancy Pelosi, bless her heart, she wants to create a bill for the 25th Amendment. Why does the 25th Amendment need a bill? Either you fucking crazy or you're not. It doesn't matter what bills you put on paper, Nancy Pelosi. These Republican senators aren't going to do a damn thing. And in the words of Donald Trump, it is what it is. They are not doing anything. Sorry. The ship is taking on water from both sides, all sides. Mitch McConnell will probably win his race, but he still needs to make sure that he does win. Because like I said, anything can happen. But for all practical purposes, if you're a polls person like myself, Donald Trump's losing and has lost with over 6 million people already who have early voted. He only won by 77,000 votes. And I got news for you, trumpets. Joe Biden visited the states that Hillary lost. Those forgotten Democrats that decided to try Trump, well, you can kiss their asses goodbye. Because Joe and Kamala, we've gotten those people back. Really didn't have to try hard. Talking about buyer's remorse, they was like, oh my God, when is the election? Let's get this over with. This man is horrible. Now, It's clear to see in 4 years, Donald Trump has done nothing for the average American. Nothing. Nothing. But entertain them, because that's what failed TV reality show hosts do. They entertain you. And he's been good at that. He's been very successful at that. Because Lord knows what the hell he's going to do or say. And since there was no check on the president, like there's supposed to be, that's what we got. He was acquitted of impeachment because what he did was not impeachable. Okay, Susan Collins. How's that looking out? How's that working out for you? You're losing, bitch. You're going to lose your job. But not because of the reasons you think. You're losing because of your Kavanaugh pick. We never forgot. Martha McSally, Arizona. Hey, girl. You were appointed. No one never wanted you. You're losing. Badly. And November the 3rd is when the colonel, the astronaut, he gonna take your seat. And that's gonna be 3 people not voting in Amy Coney Barrett. Oh yeah, I haven't forgotten about her. And just a tip for you, you're gonna be needing to watch the confirmation hearings because your girl, our girl, VP pick Kamala Harris, she's also on the Senate Judiciary Committee. And yeah, she knows about what you said, Amy. About abortion. Yeah, how the babies need to have a voice. Yeah. Yeah. We only need one more. One more senator. I think as this story gains traction, the whole abortion. If you haven't heard, Amy Coney Barrett signed on to an ad to reverse Roe versus Wade. She said every unnamed baby needs to have a voice. And she's adamant. Now, she lied when she said, when she got the stolen seat that she's in. Let me give you a little history. Barack Obama wanted a prominent black judge to be in the seat that Amy Coney Barrett now occupies. So yeah, her seat's even stolen. So she's going to steal another one. So yeah, it'll be unprecedented. But it kind of fits the narrative. How white women always get what they want, even though they don't deserve it. Yeah, I said it. I'm rambling. Sorry. Kamala. She, unlike the debate, will probably let her know that your intentions before being appointed to this seat is known by the American people, which means you need to recuse yourself when this case comes across your desk, because that's how it works. The Supreme Court can't appear to be political. I mean, it is, but it can't appear to be. Look at the court so far. Donald Trump is poised to get a 3rd pick. Look what happened with the 2 picks he got. He thought they were going to rule in his favor with all this self-serving bullshit he sends up to the Supreme Court. That's not how the law works, Donald Trump. Now, I know you're a graduate of the Wharton School, but you're acting like a 4th grader who can't do math or understand anything. Maybe you need to snort a little bit more Adderall. Yeah, we know about that. We know about that. But you possibly can't be taking any more drugs than you are. I mean, we as the American people should be like, what? A president taking an experimental drug, but in your case, most of us don't give a shit. We don't. You can sprout wings, sir, and fly away. I said it. Where are we? I've been rambling, but that's what this is. I'm talking for 30 minutes. I don't have to stay on any kind of, I tried to, so you guys don't lose your train of thought, but I don't, I, when I started this thing, I wanted to ramble on, but you get, mm, I want it to be over. It needs to be over. I got my ballot all filled out. It's in the envelope. I'm taking it to the drop box. I just, I know you must feel like me. You have to. The anxiety, the angst of what this fool has done now. The anticipation. Did he die? Is he back? Did COVID kill him? Because we just don't ever know. Now, I've been giving my timeline on when he possibly have caught this thing, and when I share it on social media, like I said before, it gets removed because it's labeled conspiracy. I'm just a man trying to put this all together because the White House will not tell us the truth. These doctors who've signed non-disclosure agreements, makes a lot of sense to me why they can't say. They only want you to know the good. I mean, we can see this dude, Regeneron. I'm taking Regeneron. The drug is so experimental, it has to be done in the Netherlands because, from what I understand, I still have not read the article, so I'm not going to speak on it fully. I'm just going to glaze across it. It is made with stem cells from an aborted fetus. And apparently you can't do these kinds of experiments on abortions in America. So how about that, evangelicals? How you feeling about that? So you want to cherry pick what your outrage is. We see you. Yeah, we see you. When this is over, evangelicals, your word is not going to stand for anything. You've hitched your wagon to the devil, all because you want conservative judges who aren't even doing what you want them to do. Because the law doesn't work that way. Oh, man. But I digress again. If it wasn't so funny, it would be hysterical. Wait, it'd be hysterical if it wasn't so sad. It just would. I don't understand it. I do not understand it. Wow. Anyway, I've missed my opportunity to talk about Regeneron because that's a big story. I'll glaze across it. I mentioned it earlier in the TikToker stream show. Regeneron Corporation, Donald Trump has a small stake in. They've got a $5 billion deal with the U.S. government to develop these antibody cocktails into, I wouldn't say a cure, but medicine for the coronavirus, or possibly a cure. Sure. They've taken the money that the government has given them for all this research. They've bought back all of their stock from all these people that they didn't want to have it, so they have complete control over how and when and what. These two billionaire doctors, who are the CEOs of Regeneron, are rich. Mm-hmm. And naturally, the inspectors general who would have opposed of such a deal have been fired by the Trump administration. So there's that. But then that's Trump's MO. He fires all of the people that can watch what he's doing while he's stealing from you and me. But unfortunately for Donald Trump, when this is all over and the dust is settled, we're going to see who you stole from, how much you stole, and what jail we're going to put you in. That's right, Ivanka, you too. Jared, you too. And for Frick and Frack, Don Jr. and the useful idiot son, Eric, who's probably already lied in deposition. You all can join them. In fact, you can call it a family retreat in the federal pen. I'm just saying. And that is my prediction on that. There was a rumor floating around, maybe not a rumor, that Trump and the kids were trying to work out a deal for him to resign as president, make Mike Pence the president, give Donald Trump a pardon, and all he'll do it if they dropped all the charges in the Southern District of New York. Now, I've had this conversation with people online, and personally, I think it's outrageous that any deal would be offered to this guy to make him step down as president. He's going to lose in November. No such deal needs to be had. Now, if this is true, and the small truth of it in my mind, I don't believe in any of these kinds of conspiracy, civil wars, and all this foolishness. I don't subscribe to this kind of talk. If it is going to happen, it's going to happen. I'm not going to sit around and talk about it happening. A peaceful transition of power. If Trump loses, the Pentagon will put him out of the White House. That is a full stop question. You all need to stop having these conversations. It's ridiculous. He might not want to leave, but his orange ass is getting the fuck out of there. With shit in trash bags if necessary. And if there isn't a clear winner, January the 20th at noon, Nancy Pelosi becomes president. So Mike Pence can deal with that. So if you did not know government, and you still do not know government, Google is free. Start there. I think there's a book called Government for Dummies. You can pick that up. I'm starting to get irritated at the fact that people still don't know the basics of government. 3 branches, who does what, where the money comes from, who's supposed to check who. I'm surprised at the idiocy that is America, and maybe it's the pandemic, I don't know. And if you are offended by these statements, then you should be, because I'm talking to you. If you're not offended, that means you know a little something, or you know where you can find the information you're looking for. Don't look to TikTok and Twitter and Instagram for facts and shit. Look that shit up yourself. Now, I'm only in here talking for 30 minutes, and I know I rambled, and I know I probably didn't finish something, but it's still food for thought. It is still food for thought. Now, I know I've fallen off, and I've stopped doing my Timmy Talks for 30 minutes every Sunday. But you know what? I have a renewed sense of loyalty to my subscribers. And I'm back. I just want this over with, but I'm going to still talk about it until it is. And then JC was like, well, what are you going to talk about when Trump's gone and Biden's president? Oh, there's still going to be plenty to talk about. I mean, there's got to be the court battle with Trump. That's still going to be news. Why Biden is quietly fixing all of the shit Trump has broken. Now, you trumpets, I don't know what the fuck y'all are going to do. I really don't. I don't know where you're going to go, because your relationships are ruined. Friendships ruined. And you knew this was going to happen. So I'm still imploring to you. So look at me. Just look at me. Still trying to reach out to you. Fix it. You've hitched your wagon. You're on a sinking cruise ship. It's sinking. And I know most of y'all can't swim because you're racist. You got hate in your heart. Your heart's heavy. It's going to sink right to the bottom of the ocean. Now, I'm going to wrap this up. I want to thank you for joining me. I'll be back next Sunday with a fresh episode. Please catch me on Tuesdays and Fridays on the TikToker stream right here on this channel. Follow me on all of my social media outlets. Buy some merch. Get your t-shirt or coffee mug. I have lives every other morning on TikTok. If you're not on TikTok and you thought it was disappearing, you don't know what TikTok is, that's where you find me mostly. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I do a 8 o'clock a.m. Pacific time, West Coast time. I have coffee with you guys and we talk about shit. So listen, click the subscribe button. I want you all to have a blessed Sunday. And I promise I'll be back. I'll be back next Sunday. This has been Timmy Talks for 30 minutes.